So right before the X-Men 97 premiere, we got word that Beau, the writer and showrunner of X-Men 97, had been fired. It was only a matter of time before this shit got ugly. It's finally got ugly. Let's get into it.
U-GeekTV.
Welcome back to U-GeekTV. I am your host, Jarius, Unapologetic Geek, and I'm back with another edition of the Unapologetic Opinion. I'm going to try and keep it as brief as I can, but this is a subject I feel pretty strongly about. Today, we're going to discuss the latest drama between Beau and Disney, and boy, it's messy, man. Unfortunate and very messy. So recently, Disney had a wrongful death suit brought against them by a man whose wife died of an allergic reaction, a severe allergic reaction from some food that was prepared. They were insured by the Disney staff that her allergies would be taken into account when preparing her food. That wasn't the case. She later died, which is super unfortunate. And once this news came out, Disney said, "Hey, you can't sue us. You signed a waiver inside of the Disney Plus terms and conditions," which that's alarming. But apparently, none of us who have Disney Plus can bring any kind of wrongful death lawsuit against Disney. There's some kind of waiver that includes the parks and stretches through like their corporation and different things that they do. And if you get hurt on Disney's property or at a Disney event or any shit like that, you are SOL. You can't sue them, apparently. Corporations gonna corporate. No, corporations gonna do what they can to protect themselves. It's part of the game. It is what it is. Like, we know what we're dealing with when we're dealing with like multi-million dollar, billion-dollar, sorry, corporations and what they do. And they did what they felt they had to do to protect themselves. But I'll be honest, I'm not really with it. But who am I? Just a guy who has Disney Plus and signed that damn waiver to get started watching shit. Moving on, we have Beau, who was fired earlier this year unceremoniously and without any explanation as the showrunner for his show X-Men 97. And I've always found it kind of odd that neither side really wanted to talk about what happened, but I did pay attention to Beau tweets throughout the run of X-Men 97. He was starting to open up more and more, and personally, I felt it was only a matter of time before either A, he told us what it was that happened, or B, shit hit the fan and Disney told us whatever it was that happened. We kind of got both. So Beau sees a tweet about the story concerning the wrongful death lawsuit against Disney. He essentially takes that moment to take a shot at Disney and basically call them unethical. And Disney saw that shit and they went to, I think, a reporter or something of that nature and basically fired back and said, "Oh, I know you ain't talking. I know it's not Beau saying something about us." So at this point, Disney basically released a statement saying that they took a look into a situation within the production of X-Men 97 and they found some egregious findings and they decided to let Beau go. They still allowed him to have his credit. He's still credited as the creator of X-Men 97 and all of that. He still had his writing credit for season 2 up until he didn't. Because on the other end, we find out that Beau was stripped of his head writer credit for season 2 because of a picture that he posted where someone did some fan art and it's him in a Speedo as Cyclops. So Disney basically said he violated the rules of both parties not talking about the incident, not talking about each other or anything like that. And the gloves essentially came off. So Beau fires back. And then we find out from a report by Jeff Snyder. Oh my God. This report really changes everything if it is true. Everything is alleged right now. I want to make that 100% clear. But what Jeff Snyder is reporting is that Disney found out that Beau allegedly was groping assistants. He has an OnlyFans account, so he was sending his nude photos of him kind of sexually cosplaying different heroes or in hero poses. He was sending those to young male staffers, um, and basically saying this should be inspiration for X-Men 97. But yeah, between that and the groping allegations, if this is true, there's no place for this. Um, and it was appropriate to let Beau go. Also, if this is true, you can't, and because Beau has brought up that he's not invited to the Emmy ceremony for the episode 5 of X-Men 97, Remember It, which is a wonderful, beautifully written episode. It's nominated for, I think, best animated episode or something like that. He hasn't been invited to the ceremony. If what has been put out there is true, yeah, you can't have him there. That's nitroglycerin. You can't have that man there. Everybody's gonna get canceled or whatever. And it's interesting that Disney tried to keep this on a hush hush, but at the same time, I kind of understand it. Like, they handle it internally, they let him go. If all of this is true, they did their due diligence on that side without, causing an even bigger ruckus and kind of taking the focus off of the art and placing it on the artist. But yeah, like I said, the gloves are off. Both sides are going at each other, and Disney is doubling down and sinking their teeth into this thing. Now, I don't believe anything has been said on Beau's side after this Jeff Snyder report came out. But I do know Beau lawyer, who has taken on Disney before, has said, look, this is a common practice of Disney, and they're going to do everything they can to essentially get Beau his writer credits back, as well as, I'm assuming, some kind of financial compensation. But yeah, this is where we stand. Again, if everything that they're saying about Beau is true, I can't rock with Beau like that, man. That's just not cool. However, if it's found out that Disney is playing really dirty and making up stories and putting things out that simply isn't true, that's not right neither. All of this shit just got ugly really, really fast. And I always felt like we were heading in that direction, but to see it play out in the manner that it's playing out, it's unfortunate because X-Men 97 is such a beautiful piece of art. It's not just a great animated TV show. It's not just a great X-Men TV show or a work in the universe of X-Men. It's a great show, period. It's a great work of art. And it deserves the praise and the hype and the love that it's been getting. And to have this ugly controversy just come up and be around it, it's really sad, man. It's really unfortunate to see that that's going on. So, have you heard anything about the Beau Disney controversy? If so, tell me what you think in the comments. Continue to like, continue to share, continue to subscribe. Thank you for everything you've done. And until next time, I'm Jarius, Unapologetic Geek, and I am out.